The Samsung Galaxy S21 is a significant rethink by Samsung, which may have tried to push the S20 to be too premium. But the company found a good balance in terms of price, features, and design for the S21. The Galaxy S21 gets a striking new look. Without a doubt, the first thing I notice about the S21 is its design. This two-tone approach gives the phone an Art Deco sensibility. Well, kind of. Samsung made the camera bump bigger and more industrial looking. I can almost envision someone at Samsung searching for the perfect drill press to make the camera cutouts just the right size. The bump seemingly melts into the sides. The purple and gold S21 I reviewed, the colors called Phantom Violet, gives off some major Mardi Gras vibes. The S21 also comes in other Phantom colors, including gray, pink, and white. On Samsung's website, there are limited edition Phantom colors in gold and red. The plastic back has a matte finish and feels great. I know people have strong feelings about plastic on phones. But this isn't the hollow feeling plastic you found on phones 5 or 6 years ago. The S21 feels well made. Around the front is Corning's Gorilla Glass Victus, which we first saw on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. As a complete package, the S21 has a striking design. Lower resolution screen with a higher refresh rate. The whole punch screen, which Samsung calls the Infinity O display, is my current favorite workaround for avoiding a notch or big bezels. The S21's flat display with its petite black bezel looks really contemporary. It has full HD resolution, which is a step down from the Quad HD resolution on the S20. But in everyday use, that's not as dramatic a change as it sounds. A lot of it comes from the adaptive screen, refresh rate that fluctuates between 48 and 120 Hz depending on what's being displayed. So if you're playing a game like Alto's Odyssey, Call of Duty or Forza Street, you can see them in all their crisp graphical beauty. And when you aren't, the display has a lower refresh rate in order to save on battery life. Same S20 camera hardware, but with improvements. The camera hardware on the S21 is exactly the same found on the S20, and that's not a bad thing. On the back are 3 cameras, a wide, ultrawide, and telephoto. I rather like the ultrawide on the S21, it might be my favorite ultrawide camera on an Android phone. Autofocus is fast and can switch between foreground and background quickly. In video, autofocus switching isn't as fast, but when it grabs focus it seems to hold on to it. I also like in video mode having an on-screen button at the top to toggle between different resolutions and frames per second. For selfies, you now have an option for bright or natural, which is excellent. Skin tones in selfie photos look good, especially with all of the face effects turned off. But I should note, there are people who like to have the option. So, there's that. Samsung added a fun new video feature called Director's View. While you record, there are thumbnail previews of live feeds coming from all the other cameras. There is a side-by-side format for vlogging, or a stacked format if you're shooting vertically. This lets you record yourself with the selfie camera and show what you're seeing or reacting to using any of the rear cameras you choose. I thought Director's View would be more like a gimmick, but I can see people wanting to experiment with it. The only downside is that it outputs an HD video. But it's the thumbnail preview that sells me on it. I'd love to see this thumbnail preview interface when I'm recording a 4K video or as a pro video mode add-on. When it comes to battery life, this is a one-day phone. It's on par with last year's S20, which had the same size battery. I still have several more battery tests to run and will add the results to this review soon. The Galaxy S21 supports 5G. The Galaxy S21 is a 5G phone. It supports both sub-6 and Wave versions of 5G, meaning in the US you'll have your choice of the 3 major carriers. 5G shouldn't be the sole reason to get this phone. But the S21 will be many people's first 5G phone, and its speeds and connection should improve as carriers keep improving their 5G networks.